imagining a little hip something. I don't know.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? It's Coco Jones.
What up? This is Rance 1500.
And we're going to take you guys behind the song for On Site. My fans have grown up with me. We started out in the Disney Channel era at the same age, and now we're all in our early 20s, and I'm figuring myself out, they're figuring themselves out, and I think that's what ties us, is like we're growing up together, and I don't need to know all the answers, neither do they. We're just here to have a good time. What I love about On Site is that I think it takes a lot of the elements of me that are important to display, especially like when you're putting out your first project. I love love, and I don't want to always be in this toxic era. Like, I think it's refreshing and fun to be able to just be in love. I think also like On Site in general is a dope concept, because typically if you're saying on site, like you saying it like we're gonna fight, like, oh, it's on site. When I see you, it's on site. But this is like, when I see you, it's on site in like a love way. Like, I'm obsessed with you, I wanna be with you. And I think that was like a cool way to flip a concept. It very much matches my personality of saying things and you're like, girl, what? You know, so I love that part too. With this album, there's so much of an opportunity to give each song like different feels. I can do choreo, I could do an acapella version, we could do a freaking opera version, there could be strings. Like, R&B is like so expansive. It's really just whatever energy you want to put behind it to make something great.
Yeah, let's put it on the top. It originally started with the pianos. Of course, that's what makes the song.
What type of sound is that on the piano though? Because that is the piano.
Also, it's two sections. One section is the same chords, but I played the original piano on one section, and then I played the synths on another section, just to, because audience get bored every 8 bars. So I always want to make sure you wake them up in different instruments, you know what I mean? So this is the synth sound. And I actually like to hold chords when I write, is to give room for the artist to be able to sing. I'm holding a lot of the notes so she could have room to sing.
I wanna lay with you all night, and after that, let me ride. When you say this on side, don't lie. Yo, we gotta do like a broke down version of it one day.
I'm playing coming soon.
Bruh. When I hear the beat, it kind of makes me feel like I'm like on this mountaintop, but like at the top of this mountain is like a skating rink. So I'm like, we're all up in the air, and like, how did we get here? But like, it's also a vibe, you know? So I think that's like kind of the feeling. Like, I feel like the wind's blowing through my hair, and I can just like really go there and belt.
The first line gets straight to the point.
Right.
Majority of the instruments, the music that was played is live instruments, but the drums bang so hard. Shout out to Swift D. That's the drums right there. It feels so radio and clear and clean.
Oh, literally.
Also, he understands the theory of the peekaboo to wake you up every time. You know what I mean? It's always something that wakes you up in our music.
That fire sounds like low-key a record scratch.
Yeah. The kick follows the bass note. So it started like this, but when the kick came in, it's literally following the bass, and when you follow the bass note, it stays out of the way of you.
Wait, so what's the bass note?
So the bass, so it's don't. So kick is don't. So we out your way the whole time.
Oh, I
you
like
feel
that.
me?
Oh, I see. Because if they were opposing, then it'd be like too much chaos.
Out the way, yeah. We gotta stay out your way the whole time.
Fire.
A lot of things in the background, I love it because it's more felt than heard, and that's like a science to keep an audience attention to.
I'm all for a song that I didn't write or create. if it captivates me, because I think if I can feel it, then so could someone else.
So I work with an amazing Grammy Award winning artist named Joel James, who's so fire, one of my favorite songwriters to work with. So we normally write songs with just the piano, you know, because the best songs can come if you don't need a beat. It was literally, you know, just her singing it, and, you know, I started playing chords, and we were just at a studio, and I feel like we kept playing the song, just repeating at least like for 20, 30 minutes, just because it felt that good.
Joel is really amazing and talented, but I think for me, the through line of this album has been a very authentic storyline. So really quick to be like, okay, I gotta change that, just because it doesn't tie into me, and I have to sing these songs for the rest of my life, and so I want them to really feel like as spot on as possible. And majority of it was like everything I felt, but I think in the verses, I wanted to kind of add my own little flair, just so the storyline felt like more how I would talk. This part I added.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so something like that, I feel like part of me and part of what I do musically is like these really low notes that I think I kind of like, not a signature or anything, keeping it humble, but I feel like people really love them, especially in songs like ICU, like starting really low, or in Plan B, it's a really low song. And so something that I thought was, okay, I can make this even more me by putting some of those low notes that are kind of a part of my sound.
Don't hide your feelings from me. Oh, no, 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 no.
Crowd part.
And I know you can't believe.
I heard some background vocals that kind of made it a little more dancey, because also sometimes when I'm making a song, I'm thinking, okay, on stage, what is it giving? Like, what am I doing on stage? It sometimes kind of ties into the song. And so I remember the breakdown part was super open. And when I was listening to it, like when I was listening to the demo of Joel to learn it, I kept naturally being like, in that time. So I was like, okay, I think I need to add like some backgrounds here that just kind of give another little section where it can be fun to perform. Imagining a little hip something, I don't know. Sometimes writers say like, you need to say things 3 times. I don't know why, but then I started to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? As humans, we do say things a lot, like in 3s, like please, 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 or like no, no, no. And I'm like, so I tried to do a little 3 in there. I'm like, hey, whatever helps to get this song charting, okay?